Hi, everybody, and thank you for watching the Big Idea of the Week. I am June Brockmeyer, and again, I have a wonderful ICC Infusionsoft certified consultant to join us today, and he's joining us via Skype as well because we're in different states. So he's not in the United Kingdom, but he is in California, and he took a little bit of time to be able to come out and speak with us today. So, Scott Reynolds, welcome. How are you?
Good, June. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. And before we continue, again, we're giving small business tips to entrepreneurs and small business owners out there. Tell us a little bit about yourself really quick.
Sure. Well, my company, the Get Smart Group's been around for about 4 years now, and I've been working with Infusionsoft for about 4 years, and we just help small businesses really get their message out and grow. We like to, one of my biggest passions is helping businesses grow from whatever stage they are and up. And so if that means website design or copywriting, Infusionsoft campaign building, whatever it happens to be, we help out with that at all steps of the process, basically.
That's great. And we've had a lot of people, we've talked in the past, customer stories, things like that, people that, relate to the whole small business pains, the issues that they have when they first start setting up their automation, or maybe they don't even have automation, they have multi-system chaos. So what would be one of the main things that you think your customer or your small business owner out there faces?
Sure. Well, I've got two things, if that's okay. One's really short and one's a little bit longer,
Okay.
but they both have to do with being able to properly segment lists of leads or customers and communicate with them effectively. And I'm actually dealing with this with two of my clients right now, where they've got a couple of different ways of leads coming into their company. They've got Excel files in folders that don't have the right names on them anymore. And it's, kind of a struggle to figure out who's in what list, what was the message from this person, which ad ran for this list. And then, of course, they're taking those lists and they're importing them into other bulk mail programs, right, for sending out big lists. And, they send it out one time. They don't have any visibility into who opened the email. They don't understand who clicked on links in the emails. They might have the information that some people did open an email, but they can't tie it back to a specific person. And they especially can't tie it back to things like ROI or how much money did they make on one campaign. Was this the right thing to do? Did this postcard work? Did this TV commercial work? And with Infusionsoft, everything is tracked via web form, or if you import a list from a third party, you can tag everything correctly. And then in literally 1 or 2 minutes, you can separate out any list from any campaign you've ever done and send an email to that group of people right away.
Yeah, so we talked about segmentation, and then you mentioned there might be another one that you're seeing a lot here amongst entrepreneurs and small business owners starting off.
Yeah, and it actually is a little low tech, so forgive me for that, but it's something that people use all the time, and that's labels. Is just doing a good old postcard mailing or letter mailing, which in many, many businesses that I work with is still a very, very effective form of lead generation. Now, I'm not saying go buy a list of 25,000 addresses and mail to them,
Yeah.
but definitely get address information from your leads and prospects, and of course your customers, and mail to them. But I know everybody who's watching this has probably done it the old way, where you had a list, you exported it to a CSV file, you go to Word, you open it up, you print out 10 test pages, and it's always a nightmare, and you waste labels, and you get sticky stuff all over the place, and it's just kind of a mess. And with Infusionsoft, same thing. You pick your list. If you already have the addresses, there's one drop down that says print labels. You tell it which kind of label. It brings up a screen and you hit print, and it works every time. I actually don't even print a test page anymore because it works every time. And it's one of those little light bulb moments, but being able to do that, which used to take maybe an hour, in literally 2 minutes, is a huge deal for a lot of my clients.
Yeah, I completely agree. A time-saving solution is never going to be frowned upon. But
No.
what can we tell those people, Scott, that maybe aren't ready for Infusionsoft yet, and they want to, they're getting there, but they also just want to have something help them out? Do you have any advice for them out there?
Keep track of your lists and really, really pay attention to how and where you're marketing. I know it seems like a little bit of extra work now. Let's say you go and do a radio campaign, or you go and speak at a Chamber of Commerce event, and you get a bunch of leads off of that. Always segment your leads and keep them in separate, Excel or CSV files or Google Doc, or whatever tool you're using. Or if you have just one giant file, add a new column on the side and just put a little X in it for, whatever that event was. Because then when you do make the step up to Infusionsoft, your business is rocking and you can't handle all the leads anymore and you got to figure out something to do with it. At least you had the segmentation from before, because one of the huge key things that we talk about all the time is crafting your message specific to how people were introduced to you in the first place.
Absolutely. Well, great. Thank you so much, Scott. I want to tell people out there, if they're interested in hearing more about you or reading about you or finding you, how can they get in touch with you?
Yep, we are online at thegetsmartgroup.com. My email address is scott@thegetsmartgroup.com, and you can call us at area code 626-377-4945.
Great. And if you guys want any more information from us, to tweet at Big Ideas Blog or go to bigideasblog.infusionsoft.com, and we will bring you more information next week. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, June.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.